Let me tell you how Sarah reversed low amniotic fluid. Sit with me for a minute and I will tell you how you can keep your amniotic fluid levels up where they should be, or bring them back up if you've been told that babies' amniotic fluid levels are lower. Now, I'd also love to offer you my 7-day pregnancy nutrient power plan. As you will hear on this video, your nutrition is absolutely critical and maybe one of the factors that's going on with your amniotic fluid. Drop me a line below and I will send that to you. If you don't know me, my name is Kristen. I am a pregnancy coach and I work with moms all over the world. I've had 8 babies of my own naturally, and I love helping mamas have a healthy pregnancy and prepare for an awesome natural birth. Now, each day I'm bringing you an actionable tip that will help you give your baby a beautiful beginning. Like I said, today we're going to talk about low amniotic fluid. What do you do if you hear that, and how can you prevent that if you haven't heard that? Like I said, I've worked with a client, Sarah is not her real name, but that's the name that I'm going to use, who came to me because she had been told that the ultrasound showed that she had low amniotic fluid. Now, one caveat is ultrasound measuring of amniotic fluid is not super accurate. Just like you may have heard that ultrasound at the end of pregnancy isn't accurate for baby's weight, it's the same with amniotic fluid. There's 2 different ways that they can measure. One is slightly more accurate, but both of them can be suspect. However, you may be feeling pressure if you're hearing that, and you may be worried, and it is a good thing to take into account if you hear that. So it is not just luck, and it's not irreversible if you hear that. So that's one thing that I want you to have first of all, is to realize that there's hope. This isn't a diagnosis that's an end-all be-all diagnosis. In fact, most of the things that you hear in pregnancy are not end-all be-all diagnoses. And when you hear that they're just bad luck, there's actually usually something that you can do. And if you get into it right now, if you hear that something's going on, oh, you've got low amniotic fluid, or maybe you're showing signs of preeclampsia or something like that, definitely reach out, because I would love to work with you and help you figure that out. Now, right now, let's talk about the amniotic fluid. The first question is, are you hydrated enough? Yes, it matters. It seems to make sense, and it does. If mom is dehydrated, then there may not be enough amniotic fluid for the baby. Amniotic fluid is constantly replenishing throughout your pregnancy. So I want you to think about, are you drinking enough every day? If you're feeling like they're telling me my amniotic fluid is low, maybe you're feeling a lot of Braxton Hicks contractions, maybe you're feeling cramping, those are signs that your pregnancy hydration may not be optimal, because your body will often start extra cramping. So even if you think that you're drinking enough, I would encourage you to start the morning with some bottles of water on the counter, or some jars of water. You could use mason jars or ball jars for this. Put those jars of water out there for the amount of water that you want to drink through your pregnancy. I would put at least 2 quarts and ideally 3 to 4 quarts out there, and that way you know throughout the day, this is how much I need to drink. Now, the other big thing, and this may actually be even bigger than the hydration with the water, is, are you eating enough? I've said in some other videos, so if you've watched my videos, you may have heard this before, your blood supply is going to expand by about 60%. And that begins in your second trimester. It peaks about the end of your second trimester, and then it maintains until you give birth to your baby. It is essential that that blood volume stay maintained, because that's how your body is circulating nutrients and fluid. Like I said, the amniotic fluid in your womb is constantly replenishing. So your blood supply needs to be robust, and your body needs to be basically at peak efficiency. Remember, pregnancy is not a disease, but it is a different physiological state. Just like we know babies need special nutrition, they need a lot of energy, and they have different nutritional needs than an adult. Children have different nutritional needs. Pregnant mamas have different nutritional needs. So you need a lot of protein and a lot of salt, and you need adequate calories. Those 3 pillars will help you maintain your blood supply, and they also help you keep up your amniotic fluid. So one important thing to remember when you're thinking about hydration is, sometimes if you're drinking a whole lot, it can actually fill up your belly, because you've got a baby who's pushing your belly up, right? So it can actually fill up your belly and make it harder for you to get the nutrition that you need. So what I recommend first is that you track your nutrition, that you make sure you're getting enough protein, that you're salting to taste, and that you're getting adequate calories, and then also keep drinking after you've got those meals in. And you can take small sips throughout the day. It really works. You can really do this. If you're not sure where to start, definitely message me below or drop a comment below. I will send you my 7-day pregnancy nutrient power plan. It literally baby steps you to where you need to be with this. I'm going to bring you another tip tomorrow. Until then, take care of that baby, and I will talk to you soon.